We're going to fit in another tune. We've got a Ducati 959 Panigale in for a full Van Diemen exhaust. So that's the ones with the pipes that come out the back, and a Willits ECU flash and an air filter. So obviously performance air filter, and then we'll map it all up. Client looking for nice, smooth, predictable power delivery. Obviously wants some good gains with all the mods he's doing, but the main reason for the tuning is obviously because of the exhaust system that's being fitted. So we're going to do a pre-run now, and then we'll see where we're at. Then I'll pull it off and start stripping it all down. Literally everything's got to come off. Got to pull the whole tail section like you're doing a Desmo service basically, and then just drop the exhaust off. So I think we'll have to loosen the radiator, drop it forward. Okay, so that's our pre-run done. That's basically what the curve looks like. So there's quite a sort of lag in the mid-range. Hopefully we can sort that out. It is extremely lean on the bottom up to about 6,000 RPMs. You can see it's starting off at like 20 to 1 and basically gradually going down. On top is running 11.2 to 1 or 11.1 to 1 in that area. So that's pretty rich. We will basically be smoothing that out and altering the throttle mapping, adding ignition timing to try and smooth out that little dip there. So we'll try and link these two there nicely, gain some good power, and then obviously on top there's something going on over here as well. So we'll see how it goes, but that's the pre-run. I'm going to pull her off and start stripping her down for the exhaust, and then I'll take some photos of that and just post them in with a vid. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so we're back at it with our Panigale 959. We fitted the Van Diemen exhaust system, which looks pretty snazzy there. Looks pretty good. So I've left off the fairings just for the heat, but we've just done our first right now. I've just modified the map out. So basically, let's just take a look-see here. Okay. Okay, if we go in, what I'd done is let's just zoom in a bit there. Okay, we've obviously disabled the EVAP, pair valve, exhaust motor, O2 sensors, and the fuel cut. We dropped the fan temp down. We've lifted the limits out 500 RPMs. So I basically just made it rounded off to 1.7, so 450. Ignition maps, we've obviously altered all of those. You can see how inconsistent it is. We basically smoothed it out and we just found the highest peak, saw what the peak timing was there, and we obviously tried to simulate that through the graph at the end there, so that's all done. Obviously front and rear is different, so I kept them split. And then on our throttle mapping, we went into race, gear 5, and we took a look at the throttle map. You can see it's very rigid and inconsistent, but not bad. So all I've done is I've humped this over there. So that whole section I've kind of humped it up, and then smoothed it out, and then just opened it up a bit quicker at the bottom here. So over here it was also just basically like humped up rather to 100% instead of it, kind of going down and slowly up. So it should be a little bit more responsive in race mode, which is obviously what we tune. And then the sport mode, I've just refined all this mapping and cleaned it all up nicely. Let's see what else we've done here. Let's check. Okay, configuration, I've only unified the fueling to the rear cylinder so that I can just map. As you can see, we've got our lambda sensor into the rear. So I just want to map off the rear cylinder first and then save that map, and then we'll just add that into the mapping. Once we've tuned the front one, we'll split them, load it all in, write the map, and that's our tune done. Okay, so we've just completed our tune on the rear cylinder. So we've basically relocated the lambda now from the rear cylinder to the front cylinder. You can see how the pipe starts to change color with the titanium. So it gets really nice purpley, bluey, goldy sort of colors on it. Yeah, so the rear cylinder is done. I'm just going to get onto the front, do some data logging, map all that up. We're really quite well up on the horsepower, so I'm pretty happy with that. And we're spitting some nice flames there. I'll add in some pictures. But yeah, good fun to do this. But yeah, we had a few complications with the data logging in the beginning, so that's why I didn't really record any of that footage. It was a bit of a story, but anyway, we got to the bottom of it finally. Woolwich is very helpful. So yeah, there was just an issue with the unifications and stuff on the mapping, and yeah, anyway, so we learn that. Yeah, you never know enough. An old dog can always learn new tricks. So anyway, so yeah, we're about to start on the front cylinder with the mapping. I'll get some videos of the data log, and then we'll do our after runs and see what power we end up with. Okay, so we're all done with Panigale. We got some good gains, but unfortunately the after runs didn't record, and I've already unstrapped everything. So yeah, I'll show you the final results on how things went. Let's look here. Okay, so basically we went from 117 horsepower on the back wheel to 128, 88 Newton meter up to 92. So you can see we've gained, that's the torque curve there, we've gained the whole way up the range. And there's our horsepower, gained the whole way up the range. Massive on top. So obviously I'd lost a lot in the mid-range with that exhaust, so I battled, but I got it back up there, so it's all good now.